The boys was there at the party, right? But then the boys, excluding Bobby the Brown, was like, you know what, let's get out of here. Maybe the boys felt a sense of, oh, it's about to be some trouble, let's get the fuck, okay? Bobby the Brown didn't want to go. So he stayed there with his girl, dry hump. Love bugs, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not a part of our Bella Book Club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below, and for a small $5 monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Bobby the Brown. Y'all, I'm not even going to put the number there because I don't know why, but I'm just not keeping track. Where we left off, Bobby the Brown was at a block party with his new boo, Kim, in Orchard Park, okay? Now, Kim had told him, Bobby the Brown, I think you should leave. Bobby the Brown said, I ain't going no motherfucker where. Bobby, my ex Timmy, the 18-year-old, is here. I think you should leave. Bobby said, I'm not going no motherfucker where. He turned around, he heard them pop, pop, pop. Okay? Soon as he heard that, he commenced to running. He was running like a motherfucker, right? Now, he got away, but he didn't realize that he had been shot. Why do women find a nigga? Listen, one of my rules, my number one rule is if you've been shot, I don't want no parts of you. If you've been stabbed, I don't want no parts of you unless it was, you know, an innocent victim. But sometimes when you come across a mug that got a bullet in him, it's because somebody was trying to put it in him. That means that he done something to piss somebody off one day, someday, somehow. And one day, he just may piss you off. So I stay away from them bullet hole men and women. When he realized that he was shot, he was like, oh, hell, okay? But luckily, there was a hospital not too far from Orchard Park. He made it there. The bullet went straight in and straight out. Like that, he can't even remember whether they gave him painkillers or not. He said they just wrapped him up and sent him on his goddamn way, okay? I was like, damn, that must be a trauma center. You know, back home, our trauma center back home is PG. Okay, that's where all the bullet holes go. He didn't tell nobody. He didn't even tell his mother, okay? He said when you 13 years old and you can hide a bullet wound from your parents, that speaks volumes. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, I was able to hide from my mother when I took all my goddamn eyebrows off and drew them on for about 3 months too. So, you know, I mean, you can do it. He said that he went out of his way to hide his bandages from his family. The only person who did know was Tommy. And that's because him and Tommy was sharing an apartment. His family had bought the apartment next to them, to their apartment, okay? And what they did was they kicked the damn wall in one of the closets, so then that way they can have a walkthrough. Most of his sisters was gone. So on one side was his parents and his baby sister Karen and his big sister Leola. On the other side, it was Tommy and Bobby. And according to Bobby, and most times he had the whole apartment to himself because Tommy was away in college. Could you imagine a goddamn 13-year-old with his own apartment? No wonder Bobby the Brown was messed up. He ain't really had no, what do you call it? Like no discipline. He could do what the fuck he wanted to do. He said nobody in Orchard Park knew that he had been shot. But he told the New Edition. And let me tell you why, Bobby the Brown. I'm so happy I ain't no damn man. But the reason that he told New Edition was to throw up in their face that you ain't shit. Because how it went was that the boys was there at the party, right? But then the boys, excluding Bobby the Brown, was like, you know what, let's get out of here. Maybe the boys felt a sense of, oh, it's about to be some trouble. Let's get the fuck, okay? Bobby the Brown didn't want to go. So he stayed there with his girl, dry humping. Okay. The boys, they was shocked and awed. Damn, you been shot, nigga? You been shot? They was shocked, okay? And Bobby the Brown was like, yeah, I was shot. Y'all niggas wasn't there to help me. The boys was like, well, you should have went with us. No, that's not the rule. You don't leave your boy regardless. But Bobby the Brown, you kind of bad news, Bobby Brown. You know, you kind of bad news, bro. I don't know. I would have probably left your ass there too. But anyway, he said that the bullet hole or the bullet did something to his legs, that he could move his legs in directions that he could never move them before. In fact, it made his dancing better. You know what? I believe that. Because there's some times where I've seen Bobby the Brown do some dancing. I'm like, wait a minute, is his legs broke? How the fuck was he able to do that with his legs? That shit was crazy. It was like it was bending in the opposite direction. So now he's saying that ever since he got that thing in his leg, his dancing had got better. I don't know if it got better, but it looked crazy as a motherfucker. 'Cause I'm like, them legs ain't right. Something ain't right about them legs. I don't know, Bobby. I don't know. He goes on to talk about how him and Kim got closer, right? But he did things differently now. You know, he wasn't, yeah, I'm Bobby Brown. Now his ass is creeping and crawling, sneaking to see his girlfriend, Kim. Because that dude, Tim, that was popping, ain't playing with his ass no more. And plus, Bobby the Brown ain't trying to get shot no more. So him and Kim is creeping. They go together, but they creep. Now this is what I want to do next, okay? I'm going to read exactly what Ralph Tresvant wrote in the book about Bobby the Brown.
It says a few words from Ralph Tresvant. I don't know why the public has believed Bobby and me were feuding or were in competition or didn't like each other. For some reason, people were always saying that about our whole group. We've had the stigma follow us around for a long time that we don't get along, and that's why we all went out and did solo stuff. So every time one of us did a project, people would say we were breaking up, while in actuality, we were just taking advantage of opportunities to do different things in the business. Then, when we'd come back together to do another record, they label it a comeback. And we'd be saying come back, but we never went anywhere. Bobby was the only person who ever broke up with the group. He decided he wanted to pursue a solo career, so he left. Our management and the record company and others started coming at the group telling us we might want to think about getting rid of Bobby because he was a loose cannon and might mess things up for us. Some of the other members of the group wanted to address it, our ticket out of the projects. We had just started making it and couldn't mess it up now. I remember we had a big meeting because Bobby didn't show up for Solid Gold. Then he didn't show up for Soul Train. I wasn't on the same page as them. I've known him since we were like 6 years old. I was ready to pull my lead singer card and say we're not going that way. We're not getting rid of anybody in the group. We all came out of the projects together and we're going to stay together. But then when I went to Bobby, he said, I want to do it. I want to go for it. That's what he told me. He said, just keep it rolling, man. Keep it alive because this solo thing just might not work. But of course it did work in a major way. He and I had been talking about this swing sound. I had these ideas that I had been working on, but I had to go back and do the Heartbreak album with the group. So I was sitting on this sound, and so my brother Bobby did it. I wasn't upset at all. I was excited to see it take off. Bobby and I have always offset each other really well. Ever since we were little, we each had enough respect for each other that we never felt like we had to fight or be in a competition. Sometimes when he's too out there, I'm over here more mellow, but when I'm too mellow and need to be more assertive, he's over here to push me. It just works out.
Get back to Bobby Brown, and Bobby Brown is saying, now with each passing day, with new edition, I began to feel more and more constrained. Bobby Brown is not feeling the new edition right now, okay? One of the reasons is because you can't control a beast, okay? And Bobby Brown is a beast, okay? I think that whole family is a piece of work from what I'm hearing from outside sources, okay? So you got the fact that you're trying to control the beast. You're trying to make him sit still. Bobby Brown is expanding. He's moving on. He got other things he needs to do. Okay. On top of that, he feels like he's being taken advantage of. He feels like the record label, MTA, is pissing on New Edition and telling them that it's raining. Okay, Bobby's not feeling it. He knows that he is getting half a penny for every record that he sells. Answer no. Say what you want to. I might got a bullet hole in my leg. I might have, ate some cocaine chicken before. Well, say what you want to say about me, bro. But I'm nobody's dummy. Now, one day in LA, Michael Bivins and Bobby the Brown got into it. Bad. And he said it wasn't play fighting. It was for real fighting. Okay? They were fighting over who got to sit in the front seat. Now, somehow, Michael Bivins' foot got ran over. We remember this from the movie. So, because, I guess the New Edition found it funny that Michael Bivins' foot got ran over, all of them started laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Michael Bivins was so mad that he spit in Bobby the Brown's face. You can't spit on nobody. That's the nastiest thing that you could ever do in life, unless you're in the bedroom. Okay, if you that kind of person. If you're in the bedroom spitting, that's a different kind of judge. But, you can't commence the fucking up shit. Okay? And according to Bobby Brown, he was whooping the fuck out of Michael. Leave it to Bobby. Okay? Now, the security broke it up. But it didn't stop there. When they got back to the hotel, Bobby said that he commenced to whooping Michael's ass again. I can see that between those two, because to me, Michael, the Bivins, and Bobby, the Brown, was the most street out of all of them. All the rest of the dudes seems like they were square, Because remember, Bobby the Brown said that Ricky Bell had so much mouth, but that nigga couldn't throw a punch, and I believe it. And then Ralph Tresvant said that he called, Bobby Brown's best friend Jimmy, who had got killed, a bully. A bully? Child, Ralph, I know you was a little, but you should have maced his ass. So then he said the final straw was, okay, one time they was on stage. Okay, they were supposed to give Bobby the Brown an extended solo part. Answer no. Okay, they cut the music on him. Okay, that was a problem. All right. Now, male ego is a motherfucker. You heard me. Even at 13, 14, male ego is a whole beast to contend with. Right. So they cut his part on him. He felt very disrespected. The first person he saw in the wings was Michael Bivins, looking like he's sniggling. Oh no, I'm done. He threw the microphone at Michael Bivins. I'm gone. I'm done. These motherfuckers plotting on me, because at this time also, he's starting to get paranoia. He's thinking that he's hearing the other four boys talking about how they need to get rid of this nigga because he is bad news. Well, he is the bad news Bobby. At any rate, he goes on to say that was the last show that he would do with New Edition for at least a decade. He hopped on a plane and he went back home to Orchard Park. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, Bellas, love bugs. Have a good one.